Hey guys, this is Jaev, and welcome to my I got tagged video. So I got tagged to answer some questions, a gamer tag of sorts, but not any related to the Xbox gamer tag, of which I also have, and have gamer scored Horde a lot of points, but that's totally something else. But I got tagged by my good friend Ben of Blind Man's World. Sorry for screwing that up. Me and him go way back, actually. He is the very first channel, or very first LPer I got to know when I started LP in, 2 years ago, something like that. And he tagged me. So I'm going to answer these questions. There are 6 questions total, and then at the end I get to tag a few people of my own to answer these questions. So here we go. So number 1, what is your favorite game? Now, as a couple of you already know, I'm pretty much an old school gamer. I've played, NES, Super Nintendo. I haven't really gone earlier than that. Maybe old Macintosh, but that was in school. But my absolute favorite game of all time, without even having to think about it, is Final Fantasy VI, or Final Fantasy III, as it was in the US. But that game, man, I played it in elementary school, and that's how I basically learned to speed read. I played that game so many times, so many ways, doing single character challenges, multi-character challenges, just, unlocking everything, learning everything. I just love the story, the artwork, the music. All the music is phenomenal. And I like to play it at least once a year. Hell, it was my very first, not blind, but my very first live LP I did, which kind of sucked at the beginning, but hey, everybody's got to start somewhere, right? And why not start with a game that you love? That's how I looked at it anyways. But that's it. Let's see. Question number 2 is, what is your favorite game genre? Now, I grew up playing RPGs, so that's probably my default answer right there. RPGs, most notably JRPGs. I played every single Squaresoft Super Nintendo RPG that was on the Super Nintendo, and played those in elementary school all the way up to middle school, high school. I was playing Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9. Oh man, there's just so many RPGs out there. Chrono Trigger, Robo Trek. Way too many to name off the top of my head right now. But that had a very big influence on me growing up, so that's what I'm going to go with. I love reading, love the stories. I used to really, really suck at them as a kid. Like, for some reason, I'm kind of an idiot, and I could not wrap my head around, like, grinding, just grinding random monsters, and that would make you stronger, and in turn make the game easier. But for some reason, I just couldn't, it just wouldn't work, and Final Fantasy II gave me such problems because of that. I remember renting it so many times, and I was like, oh man, I really suck at this game. Dragon Warrior, oh my god, that was a tough game too. But at some point in my life, I learned, hey, maybe if I run around and kill stuff, this game will be easier. So I did, and here we are now. A couple honorable mentions. I absolutely love visual novels like Phoenix Wright, Danganronpa. I've got about 100 Japanese ones on my computer that I have to go through, but mainly stemming from I like to read. I like anime, so that helps too. It's like you're reading one. All the multiple choices and stuff, and the storylines, but they're cool. And another honorable mention is I'm actually a big fighting game fan, even though I suck at it. But moving on, number 3 is, what is the earliest game you remember? Now, my earliest video game memory is I was at Lake Tahoe with my family because we have a timeshare down there. I can't remember how old I was. I know I was really little, but I remember one of my uncles, he brought an NES with him, and that was the first time I've ever seen the damn thing. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. But the only thing I remember him playing, because obviously I wasn't going to get to play it, was a submarine game. And that sounds boring as hell, and it probably was, but, when you've never seen a video game before in your life, that was pretty cool. Like, wow, you're actually controlling that? I want to say it was The Hunt for Red October for NES, but I'm not sure how many other submarine games there were for the NES. For all I know, it could have been Jaws or some other underwater game, and I thought it was a submarine game. But that's the earliest memory I have. The for sure earliest game I can remember the name of is Super Mario Brothers. I remember going camping with my parents, and we were at one of those. It's not a resort camping. It's more like there's a few acres, and they have like kind of roads and designated camping spots. It's like light camping. But we went camping, and there was kind of like like a big a building with like snacks and bathrooms and activity center basically, and they had some arcade cabinets set up, and one of them was Super Mario Brothers, and I remember spending so much time playing that game. And my first actual NES game that I owned was Super Mario Brothers. It came with the NES, obviously. I got it for Christmas one year. I think I got it, and let's see, I got that, and I think Chippendale Rescue Rangers which was an awesome game when you were a kid. Hell, it's still awesome. But as far as I can remember, and I have a pretty shitty memory, those are my earliest gaming memories. So number 4, what game are you looking forward to? So I don't play a lot of current stuff. I think the most recent purchases I made, I bought Persona Q for my 3DS, which is actually pretty recent. But other than that, I don't really play like new games that often because I have such a huge backload of crap I gotta go through. Well, not crap, but they're fun games. So I'm not really in the know-how of the new stuff coming out. I don't know if I'll ever get a PS4 or a Xbox One. I definitely won't get an Xbox One, but I think the closest thing I'm looking forward to is actually, it's a next-gen game for, I'd buy it for the PS4. I'd actually buy a PS4 for this game, and it's Mortal Kombat X, or 10, or, basically the new one. And I'm a huge, always been a Mortal Kombat fan. Always used to main Scorpion because, he's a badass. And I've played most of them, actually. The Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe really sucked, but I loved 9. 9 was awesome. And I just like, I like playing fighting games every once in a while, so that's probably what I'm looking forward to most right now. I can't honestly think of anything else. My most recent purchases, of course, are Persona Q. I bought, I bought the new Binding of Isaac. I was looking forward to that, Binding of Isaac Rebirth, because I love roguelikes. That's pretty much it. So, number 5, which is your least favorite video game character? Well, this one's easy. It's clearly Baby Mario from Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. God, that was one annoying character. So if you've never played the game, every time you get hit, well, actually, let me start over. So you're Yoshi carrying around Baby Mario, trying to bring him to his parents, basically. And he's riding around in your saddle. But whenever you get hit, Baby Mario basically floats off into the sky in this weird bubble and just starts screaming because he's a baby. And I usually don't say I hate babies, but I hate Baby Mario. It's just so goddamn annoying. But if you don't get him back by the time the timer comes out, then you lose him. You lose a life. All general sadness all around. But that's basically my choice. If I had to hate a enemy, it would definitely probably be the Medusas from Castlevania. The Medusa heads. For obvious S movement reasons. And finally, which is your favorite video game character? Now, this is a tough one. I thought this over, and I'm probably going to have to go with Samus from Metroid. I just love playing Metroid. It's one of my favorite series. And, it's just awesome. She just goes around beating everybody's ass, getting suit upgrades. I don't know why. She's just my favorite. Honorable mentions would probably have to be Mega Man X. I always thought he was pretty cool growing up. At least until I played Mega Man X7, and then it all went downhill real quick. But that's a story for another time. So that is all of the questions. I'm now going to take this opportunity to tag a few of my friends as well. First off is going to be the Johnny Mare. So here you go, buddy. Let's hear him. I'm also going to be tagging Rachel, aka Flying Staplers. I'm going to be tagging Hutch, my roommate, and he's in Turtle Stew, so hopefully he will actually upload something. I'm also going to tag Anne from the Metasipia, Paul, who is Nakuso, and finally one of my buddies, Iron Torch 20. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching, and take care.